I'm just gonna reiterate what I just said like 5 seconds ago before the episode actually started. I wasn't prepared to come back to this. I was not prepared in any way, shape, or form. Oh boy. Hey there guys, my name is Nix and welcome back to Steins Gate. Last time, we actually had a good date with Lukako? Which is why this hurts in order to, like, do anything at this point. Anyway. If I make the call... Will you remember these 4 short days we were together? Yes. No! I can't do it! Okabe-san. Why? I can't do it anymore. I can't sacrifice anyone else's memories. I've already trampled on Suzuha and Faris's memories. I turned a blind eye to their suffering, all while telling myself it was to save Mayuri. I justified it by telling myself I would carry their burdens, but that was just a convenient excuse. I don't have the right! I fall to my knees, unable to stand. The only way to save Mayuri is to send this D-mail. There's no alternative. Even so, I don't have the right to erase Lukako's entire life as a girl. I can't do such an arrogant thing. More than anything, I don't want to lose the Lukako beside me right now. Okabe-san. Mayuri can't be saved. Mayuri's death is fate. No matter how many world lines I cross, convergence will occur. Mayuri will die, no matter what. I'm tired of it all. Mayuri, I'm sorry. My ego wasn't strong enough to sacrifice everything for your sake. The first day of Kamama has ended. A few otaku warriors linger to check their spoils before beginning the odyssey home. Otherwise, Ariake is silent and still, as if the crowd Lukako and I saw this afternoon was a lie. Kamima runs for 3 days straight, but it already feels like the end of the festival. Of course, this silence is just for tonight. Tomorrow, people will come to fill the spacious promenade once again. My hand clutches my chest. Mayuri will die in less than an hour. I'm not ready. Even so, I want to be with her in her final moments. I won't let her leave this world alone. That's why I came here right after leaving the shrine. She should still be in Ariake somewhere. I contacted both Mayuri and Daru by mail. If they're still in Ariake, they should be here any minute now. My phone rings. Speak of the devil. Oh. Is this really okay? Lukako. She doesn't have to say it. I know exactly what she means. There's only one thing I can say. This was my choice. You don't have to worry about a thing. I know that mail won't be enough to stop Lukako from blaming herself. But I have to send it all the same, if only to strengthen my own resolve. Memories from this morning rise unbidden. Mayuri stopped by the lab on the way to Kamama, as I was dozing on the couch. Suddenly, the darkness was burned away by light. Squinting against the fluorescent radiance, I raised my head to see who had entered.
Sorry, Ocarine. Did I wake you up?
Mayuri was there, tugging a suitcase.
いや
No, I wasn't really asleep. I've been up all night trying to solve the problem of my last date with Lukako.
前よりは随分早いな
You're pretty early, Mayuri.
あのね
Actually, Mayushi's here to pick up her costumes.
それと
And breakfast.
ついでに朝ごはん
She took a sandwich and some potato salad from her convenience store bag.
これからコミマに行くのか
Are you going to Komama now?
うん
Yeah! Darakun already left on the first bus.
みたいだよ
そうか
Oh.
ねえおかり
Hey, Okarin.
昨日は
Where'd you go with Luka-chan yesterday?
楽しいデートはできたか
Did you have a fun date?
あのね
You know, Luka-chan hasn't replied to my mail since yesterday.
ルカ子に
You emailed
そう
Lukako?
か
うん
Yeah.
まゆしは
Mayushi's a little worried, you know? The day before, Lukako burst into tears barely 5 minutes after we met up, and then we parted ways. That's why I couldn't give Mayuri an answer.
もしかして
Did you make Luka-chan cry again?
ちゃったの
That would make Mayushi sad.
からね
悲しい
Sad?
悲しい
Sad.
ってね
Luka-chan is Mayushi's friend.
のお友達だもん
It was Mayuri's last day alive, and also Lukako's last day together with me. I asked myself, could I really let it end with both of them sad? Let it end? What right did I have to decide when it ends? My arrogance made me want to vomit. And then, as if to rely on Mayuri, I began to tell her my new plan.
お前は今日
Are you going to be a Komamara all day?
いるけど
Yeah, why?
ルカ子を連れて行って
Is it okay if I bring Lukako?
本当
Really? Of course it's okay! Mayuri smiled happily, took some milk out of the refrigerator to wash down the sandwich, and began to enjoy her breakfast.
ルカ子にコスプレをしてもらう件は
You tried asking Lukako to cosplay, right? How'd it go? Well,
結局ね
I couldn't convince her.
できなかったよ嫌がってるのに無理や
I
り
don't want to force her, you know.
トラ
I would make her hate cosplay.
ないもん
So basically, she gave up.
でもねルカちゃん
But you know, it might be a good idea to bring Luka-chan to Kamimar.
いいアイデアかもそこで雰囲気を見てもら
You
って
think maybe she saw other cosplayers having fun? Luka-chan might want to give it a try too?
になるかなそしたら次
Do
の
you think we could get her to cosplay the next Kamimar?
プレイしてくれないかな
どうだろうな
I wonder.
そうなってくれると
That would be nice.
ねえね
Hey,
え本当に
will you really bring Luka-chan over today?
来てくれる
Man, it's like she knows that I wasn't going to.
ああ
Yeah.
おかりんも
Will you come too and look at the costumes Mayushi made?
見に来てくれる
そういうことになる
Yeah. Yeah, I will.
そっか
Yay!
本
That would make me
当に
really
なら
happy.
ねとっても嬉しいよ
Mayuri packed her costumes into the suitcase.
じゃあもう
Well,
行かな
gotta
き
get
ゃ
going.
絶対来てね
Be sure to come, okay?
待ってるから
I'll be waiting.
今
I'll
日
show you all the best stuff, so you want to come tomorrow
よ
too.
うに頑張って案内するから
I could hear my teeth grinding. I knew that whether Mayuri would get to see tomorrow depends entirely on my actions. If this day has gone as planned, my status as Lukako's temporary boyfriend would have come to a close. Lukako would have gone back to being a guy. Mayuri would survive the night. She would go to Komama tomorrow without a care in the world.
おかり
Okarin?
した
Something wrong? Mayuri looked at me quizzically. She's always been sensitive to changes in my demeanor. So I put on a smile and responded as Hyo and Kyoma.
問題ない
Nothing's wrong.
世界を支配する
Just thinking of ways to defeat the organization.
昼間
Let's meet in Ariake in the afternoon.
Okay,
I'll be waiting. Mayuri didn't leave right away. She just stood there in front of the door looking at me.
マユシーだったら
Mayushi's always here for you to talk to when you need her, okay?
マユリ
Mayuri.
じゃあ行ってきま
I'm off. Mayuri cheerfully flew out the door, suitcase in hand, like the White Rabbit in Wonderland. The sound of her footsteps gradually faded away. Now alone, I took a deep breath. The time limit was 13 hours after that point in time. In those 13 hours, I would return Lukako to manhood. I thought I had to change her back, but now...
おかり
Ocarina? A voice calls me back to the present. There's Mayuri dragging her suitcase. Daru isn't with her. She's probably upset. After all, I completely stood her up on the promise we made this morning.
来てくれたんだ
You came,
でも
but you're late.
ちょっと遅いマユシーは
Mayushi was
ずっと待
waiting.
ってたのにすごく寂しか
I
っ
was
た
really lonely.
すまない
I'm sorry. I can't look Mayuri in the eye. As Mayuri was waiting in vain, I was making the worst possible decision for her. I chose not to turn Lukako back. I chose not to save Mayuri. No, let's not beat around the bush. I chose to let her die. It's not that I don't want to save her. I do. But I can't bring myself to make the necessary sacrifice.
ルカちゃんは
Where's Luka-chan?
来ていない
She's not coming.
また泣かせちゃった
Did you make her cry again?
いや
No. My thoughts are a jumble. Her every word seems like an accusation. Of course, I know that's not her intent. And if she knew what I had done, this innocent childhood friend of mine doesn't have a bitter bone in her body. It's my guilty conscience changing Mayuri's words into swords stabbing straight through the heart. But even so, I can no longer change the past. I don't want to change it. So I have no other choice. No other choice but to accept the death that this world so desires. If I were a normal man, I would have to accept Mayuri's death whether I liked it or not. I would have been able to try to avert. I wouldn't have been able to try to avert it. But by chance, I acquired the power of a god. It allowed me to try again and again. If anything, I should be grateful for the opportunity I was given.
おかり
Ocarina? I can't let Mayuri see my unease. She can always tell when there's something bothering me. 10 minutes left. I want her to spend them happy and carefree. That's the very least I can do for her. So I put on the mask of Hyo and Kyoma, just as I did for Lukako. Fret not, Mayuri. Things between me and Lukako are absolutely marvelous. That Miko and I are tied by a strong bond. That's right. Lukako and I are connected by fate, whether we like it or not. And today I, the genius with an IQ of 170, have returned the smile to Lukako's face. She even said so herself, that it was fun to be with me in our pursuit of knowledge. As soon as those words leave my lips, I realize my mistake. That makes it sound like I broke my promise to Mayuri just so I could give Lukako a fun time, doesn't it? Well, I suppose that is what happened. But Mayuri didn't need to know that.
本当
Really?
よかった
That's great! But Mayuri, as innocent as she is, just gives me a happy, relieved smile.
じゃあ、オカ
So
リ
there's
と
no
ル
reason
カち
for
ゃんは
Okachin
別れたりす
Okachin?
ることもないんだね。
Okay. So there's no reason for Okarin and Lukachan to break up, right?
ああ
Right.
別れない
We won't break up. Actually, our temporary relationship has already ended. That was our agreement. But I don't think I need to tell Mayuri that.
そっか。
Great!
これで
Then
毎
Mayushi
週
can concentrate on
安
Kamima
心して
without any
車に
worries.
集中できるよ。
マユリは
Are you going to participate tomorrow
明
as
日も参
well?
加するのか
そうだよ。
Yep!
3日
The
連
last
続
3 whole days! I shouldn't have asked. I fight the urge to check my phone. Last time I checked, it was about 7 p.m. I don't have the guts to check it again. I don't want to watch the seconds tick down to Mayuri's death.
ダルくん遅いね。
Darakun's late.
あのね、さっき電話
I
し
called
た
him just now and he said he was still close
って
by.
言ってたよ。
別に置いていっても
We don't really have to wait for him.
もうちょっと待ってる。
Let's wait a little bit longer. If that's what is that what's if that's what Mayuri wants, then I won't deny her. Besides, I don't want Mayuri's last moments to be on a crowded train or bus, but rather somewhere she can see the stars. Not that I have any right to choose her place of death.
ねえね
Hey,
え、なんとかして。
do you think we can convince Lukachan to cosplay somehow?
どうやって説得する
How should we persuade her, though? Mayuri's mood is completely healed. Why is she so happy? Did she hear something pleasing somewhere in this conversation? Was it knowing that things are going well between me and Lukako? Or was it that I kept my promise to come here after all? I don't know. I don't know. But seeing Mayuri's happy smile makes my heart ache.
ルカちゃんがキラリちゃんのコスプ
I
レ
think
した
Lukachan would be an absolutely perfect Karai-chan cosplayer.
らルカちゃんってね
Lukachan's so
マユシ
cute.
がドキドキしちゃうくらい
She makes
可愛い
Mayushi's heart throb, you know?
世界中の人た
I want to
ち
spread
に
Lukachan's
ルカ
cuteness
ちゃ
to
んの
people
可
all
愛さ
over
を知っ
the
てもらい
world.
たいって
Don't you,
オカ
Okarin?
リンも思うよねあ、それともル
Or
カ
maybe
ちゃ
you
ん
plan
は
to
自
keep
分だけ
Lukachan
の
all
も
to
の
yourself.
って思ってるのかな
But you know you shouldn't monopolize her.
独り占めは
Even
ダメだ
Mayushi
よ
wants to kyun-kyun with Lukachan. Excuse me?
ルカちゃんにキュンキュンしたいよ
You know, sometimes I forget Mayuri's meant to be like a slight weeb as well, and then like these sentences come out and I get very confused.
別に
I don't
マユリ
mind.
を好きにしたらいい
It's not like I can keep
ル
her
カ
all
子
to
は俺のもの
myself.
じゃないんだから
Yay!
それにね
Anyway,
ルカちゃんにコ
there's
スプレ
one
して
more
もらい
reason
た
I
い
want to
理
get
由
Lukachan to
は
cosplay.
もう一つあるんだよ
Mayuri's awfully obsessed with Lukako today. Come to think of it, Mayuri's done nothing but talk about Lukako for these past 4 days, ever since Lukako and I started dating.
ルカちゃんって普段
Lukachan's usually a quiet girl, right?
あんまり自分の
She
意見
almost
を
never
言
says
おう
what
と
she
しない
thinks.
しコスプレするとね
When you
普
cosplay,
段の
you
自分
become
と
someone
は
other than
別の
yourself.
自分になれるんだよだからね最
That's
初
why
は
I
恥ずかしい
think
かも
that
し
if
れない
Lukachan
けど
cosplays once, she'll
ルカちゃん
definitely find a
一度
new
やれば
Lukachan.
きっと新しい
Even if it's
ルカちゃんを
embarrassing
見
at
つけられる
first.
と思うんだそしたらね
And when
今
that
より
happens,
積
she'll
極的な性格
become
に
more
なって
assertive than
ね
before.
も
Maybe
しか
even
すると
dominate you,
オカ
Okarin.
リンをお尻に敷いちゃうかもしれないよ
Well, that's quite the mental image I'm currently having, Mayuri. Thank you for that. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, though. Yeah, that's the right opinion to have, I think, Okarin. She really does care for Lukako. And yet, I know that all of her hopes and dreams are in vain. Suddenly, Mayuri falls silent. She looks up and raises one hand above her head, as if to catch the stars twinkling in the night sky. Stardust handshake.
星は見えるか
Can you see the stars? Yeah. You can see the stars more clearly in Ariake than in Akiba. If only the stars would answer her call. If only she could melt into their embrace. What salvation that'd be. In the past, when she reached for the sky, I've always pulled her back down to earth, as if to keep her from floating away. But today, I don't dare. What does Mayuri think when she reaches out for the starry sky? I've never asked her. Perhaps now is the time.
No. Mayuri.
Hey, Mayuri?
Oi!
Ocarine! Mayushi! Daru runs up to us, calling our names. Wait, Daru can run?
あ
Daru-kun!
あ
You're
遅
late!
いよ
Ah.
My bad. Man, it took forever to check my spoils. Daru's backpack is filled to the brim. He's also carrying 5 paper bags illustrated with moe drawings. Such zeal.
じゃ
Okay, let's go! Mayuri gets up to lead the way and we start heading toward the train station. The direct shuttle bus to Akiba has already ended its service. It was so hot today, I thought I was gonna die. How was the cosplay?
あ風が気持ちよかった
Breeze
よ
felt great! Maybe you should cosplay next time. When did you get here, Ocarine? You buy anything?
いや
No. Huh? Why so grim? You have a girlfriend like one of those filthy normals now. You got no right to be depressed.
オカリン
Ocarine? Is something wrong? Mayuri's voice is abruptly cut short. Her suitcase falls to the ground with a thud. Mayuri? It's time. Mayuri presses her hands to the center of her chest. Her face contorts in pain. I see it happen in slow motion, frame by frame. Slowly. Slowly. She starts to fall. It's so sudden. So sudden. And so I failed to catch her in time. Mayuri falls to the ground, motionless. Mayushi? I can't move. I can't breathe. Strangely, I feel no sorrow. All I feel is guilt. I knew this would happen. I could have prevented it. The one who killed Mayuri is me.
Mayushi!
Mayushi! Mayushi, what's wrong? Daru tosses his bags away and runs to Mayushi's side. He lifts her head and slaps her cheek a bit. I keep watching as if I were merely a bystander. She's not breathing. What is this? What the hell is this? Ocarine, there's something wrong with Mayushi!
死んだんだ
She's dead. What could be the cause? A heart attack? She wasn't killed this time. That's a relief. At least Mayuri died in one piece. Wow. Oh, that one hurts. That one hurts, I'm not gonna lie. Bad taste. Dead? No way! We were just talking! Hey, Mayushi! Wake up! Where's the camera? We're on candid camera, right?
誰
Daru. I put my hand on Daru's shoulder to calm him down.
マユリは死んだ
Mayuri's dead. Daru turns pale. His lips tremble as he looks at Mayuri's face in disbelief.
救急車を呼ぼう
Let's call an ambulance. Why did this happen? How can you be so calm? She's dead! She's never coming back! Don't you get it, Okarin?
分かってる
I get it.
分かってるじゃん
No!
ってさ
You don't! She's not breathing, see?
してないんだよ
俺は
I stood by
見殺しにした
and I let her die. What? I kneel beside Mayuri.
俺は
I couldn't save you,
何も助けられなか
Mayuri.
った
I reach out to Mayuri's motionless body.
いや違う
No,
救わなかった
I chose not to save you. I embrace her tightly.
見捨てたんだ
I abandoned you, Mayuri.
マユリを
I look up at the starry sky, just as Mayuri always did. The tears don't come. Maybe I've gotten used to it. Or maybe it's because I'm not worthy to mourn her. What fills my heart is emptiness. I'm leaning against the wall, hugging both knees. I don't remember how long I've been here. How much time has passed since Mayuri's death? I didn't go to the Virgil or the funeral. Vigil? No. What's... Okay. Sidetrack. I know some... Well, I say I know someone. My dad works in the funeral business. I don't know what the fuck a vigil is. I know what a funeral is. I don't know what a vigil is. Is that like pre-funeral? I don't know. How could I? When I'm the one who killed her. I don't want to see anything or anyone. Even breathing is hard now. And yet, I have no choice but to face this emptiness, this heart-rending guilt, and accept what I've done. That is my duty now. Someone pulls the curtain open. Light shines in from the lounge. A girl is standing there, silhouetted against the light. As soon as I realize who it is, I turn away and prepare to block out the noise. Okabe, it's been 3 days. Will you at least eat something? You knew, didn't you? You knew that Mayuri would die. Why didn't you time leap? I was sure that you would do anything to save Mayuri, even use the time leap machine. What happened to your plan to change Urishibara-san's gender and take back the IBM 5100? You said you were so set on saving Mayuri. What are you still doing here? Wait. Did you already send the email? Did you already change the word lines? If so, then you're just a remnant Okabe left behind, then that means world lines are parallel and this line is doomed to continue without Mayuri.
IBN 5100は
I didn't send the email.
取り戻さなかった
My voice is hoarse, probably because I haven't spoken in 3 days. What do you mean?
ルカ子を男に戻すことは
I couldn't change Lukako back into a
俺
guy.
にはできなかっただから
Instead,
運命を受け入れた
I chose to accept fate. No. That makes it sound like I wasn't responsible.
マユリを
I stood by
見殺しにした
and let Mayuri die. I hear Kurisu gasp. Why did I confess? It's not something I should confess so easily. It's like admitting to murder. It should have been a secret between Lukako and me. And yet... do I want to be blamed? Would that make me feel better? It hurts to live with this bottled up guilt. At this point, I welcome condemnation. Kurisu isn't one to mince words. I'm sure she'll tell me exactly what a worthless human being I am. However...
ご飯食べる？
will you eat? Kurisu betrays my expectations.
カップ麺でよければ作
I
るけ
can
ど。
make cup noodles if you like.
それとも
Or should I go get something?
責めろよ。
Say something. I killed Mayuri.
マユリを殺した俺に
Why won't you blame me?
怒れよ。
怒りたい気持ちはあるけど、
I suppose I could, but why?
私がと
It
やか
looks
く
like
言
you've
う必
already
要はない
blamed
んだ
yourself
けど、
enough.
過去に戻って因果率を
Maybe
ねじ
we
曲げ
just
よう
don't
と
have
す
the
る
right
こと
to change the past after
が
all.
しい行為なのかもしれないし。というより、
Besides,
怒れるわけ。
no one can blame you.
あんたは因果の
You've been
中に
fighting
外れ
alone
て
this whole
存
time.
在として孤立してま
One
で
man disconnected from
一人
causality.
で頑張ってきた。だから
No one else can
あんたの
understand your
苦しみ
pain.
は誰にもわからないし、あんたの選択の意味は
No one else can understand the
誰から
meaning
も
of your
理解され
choice.
ない。そんなあんたを
There's no way I can
一
blame
度も
you.
タイムリープしてない
And I
私
haven't
が
time leaped even once.
責められるわけない。
なんでそんなに物分かりがいいんだ。
How can you be so understanding? I clutch my knees.
物分かりがいいわけじゃない。
I'm not.
あ
When
ん
you
たが
chose to save Mayuri with the time leap machine, you must have known that no one would understand.
誰からも分かってもらえないと覚悟した。だったら
So accept what you've
それを
done.
甘んじて受けなさい。そうすればあんたは
Do that and you'll never forget the meaning of your choice.
忘れることはないから。
So in other words, she's telling me to suffer on my own. What a cruel woman.
ただ
However,
あんたは
you should
あん
also
たが
take
取
the
った選択
responsibility
によって
for
助
the
けた
girl
もう
you
一人
did
の子に
save.
ついて責任まゆりは死んだわ。
Mayuri is dead.
残念だけど
It's sad.
残念っていう言
No,
葉だけで
sad doesn't even begin to
悲しいけど
describe it, but Mayuri's
とに
gone.
かくまゆりはもういない。世界の収束、
You couldn't change
世界の意志に
convergence.
は逆らえなかった。
You couldn't defy fate.
でも
But she's
あ
still
の子は
alive.
今も生きてる。
Thanks to you, she's still
あんたのお
alive.
かげで
As a girl.
女の子として生きてる。そしてあんたと同じよう
And
に
I think she's suffering
孤
alone.
立して
Just like you.
苦しんでると思う。あの子の苦しみを理解してあげられるのは
Aren't you the only one who can understand her suffering? You're her accomplice, remember?
共犯者。
Her accomplice. I knew you would pull no punches, Makase Kurisu. Lukako's image floats through my mind. She used to be a guy. But now she's a girl. And she'll live as a girl from now on. I am the one who chooses that future for... I am the one who chose that future for Lukako. When I imagine her frail smile, I feel like spring has come to thaw the frozen soil of my heart. I can't bear to lose Lukako too. In that case, I know what I must do.
ありがとう。クリス、
Thank you, Kurisu.
お前と話せて。
I'm glad I told you. As I enter the courtyard, I can almost feel the heat slowly drain away. Besides the main building stands a large tree. Its branches, coated with vibrant leaves, sway gently in the breeze. The shrine is cooler than the streets of Akihabara proper. Maybe it's because Kanda River is so close. As usual, the shrine is empty. I find myself standing before the offering box, gazing into the inner sanctum. I wonder if Lukako's home. Her family should be here too. How should I call for her? Just then, the wind suddenly lets up, and the sound of rustling trees stops for a bit. In the silence, I hear someone sobbing. It sounds like it's coming from behind the main building. I slowly head toward the sound. Lukako is there, sitting on the grass and hugging her knees as she cries. Samadera is in her hands.
Lukako.
Lukako.
岡部さん
Lukako looks at me with wet eyes, but immediately afterwards she buries her face into her knees. Then her shoulders start shaking once more.
昨日
Yesterday,
まゆりちゃんの告別式に
I
行っ
went
て
to
き
my
ま
Yuri chan's funeral.
みんな
Everyone cried. I didn't know my Yuri chan was loved by so many people.
本当にたくさんの人からもちろん
Of course,
僕もまゆりちゃ
I
んの
loved my Yuri chan too.
大好きでした僕
I'm
かなり人見知りする性格だけどまゆりちゃんは
not really good with people,
変わ
but
らずに明るく
she
接して
was
くれて
always so nice to me.
僕にとって
She was my best friend.
一番大好きな友達だったんです
I lost the words I was about to say. All I can do is sit silently next to Lukako.
なのに
Why, Okabe-san?
岡部さん僕たち
Why are we still alive?
生きてるんでしょまゆりちゃんは
My
死んじゃった
Yuri
のに
chan is dead.
僕は
But
こうして
I'm
今も
still a girl.
女の子のま
Now that she remembers being a guy, Lukako is beginning to have gender identity issues. I have no idea how that feels. Just as just as Kurisu said, Lukako is disconnected from causality too.
僕が
It just feels wrong for me to keep
何も変わら
living
ず
like
ここにいるのっ
this.
てとても
そんなことはない。
It's not wrong. I try to cheer her up with those meaningless words, but Lukako shakes her head in denial.
岡部さ
Is there a way to save
ん
my
なんと
Yuri
か
chan?
まゆりちゃんを助ける方法
無理だ。
No.
そんな
That can't be! Still crying, Lukako stands and pleads with me.
考えましょうよ
Let's keep thinking. I'll do anything to save my Yuri
助かるた
chan.
めならなんだってまゆりちゃんから
I had my Yuri
聞い
chan
たことがあり
before.
ます
You made a time device for
時間を
traveling back
遡
in
る装置
time.
を作ったって
Is she talking about the time leap machine?
それを使えば
If we use that,
無理なんだ。
we can't.
時間を遡れば
If we go back in time, I'm sure they'll find a way.
方法は
There is no way.
ない。
I make that firm declaration with hung head and clenched fists.
残酷なことかもしれないが、俺たちは
It may be cruel, but all we can do is accept Mayuri's death and keep on living.
生きて
諦めちゃダメです
Can't
よ
give up!
どうして諦められるんですか
Aren't you sad at all that Mayuri-chan died?
悲しくないんですか
とにかく方法は
There's
ない
no
んだ。
way to save her.
嫌です
No,
僕は
I don't want
ま
Mayuri-chan
ゆり
to
ちゃんに死
die!
んでほしくない
ルカコ
Lukako! I grab her shoulders and look straight into her eyes.
俺が
Did you think it was easy for me to give up?
思うか
Okabe-san.
あいつは俺にとっても大事な幼
She was my precious childhood friend. I would have done anything to save her.
考えたさ。
I tried to find a way. I tried everything I could think of. Do you know how many times I've gone back?
だが無理だった。
But nothing works. The universe wants
世
her
界はあいつの
dead.
死を望んだ。
No matter how many times I try to avoid
俺
it,
がどれだけそれを回避し
fate
ようとして
snatches
も、
Mayuri away.
そんな俺はマユリを助けるため
I
に
sacrificed other people's memories and
他の
dreams,
人間の思いだって犠牲
all
に
to
した
save Mayuri.
傷
I
つけ
didn't
て
care who I hurt as long as I could
マユリ
save
を助け
her.
るために俺はやってきた。だが
But I can't do it anymore.
それも限界だ。も
There's nothing I can do.
う無理なんだ。
No. There is something I can do. There are still things I can do to save Mayuri. But I chose none of them. Theoretically, it's not impossible. But it is impossible for me.
ごめんなさい。
I'm sorry.
僕、岡部さんの
I
気持
didn't
ち
stop to think about your feelings.
とも考えてませんでした。だけど無理なはずないですよ。
But it's not impossible,
もう一つだけ
is it?
方法が
There's
残
still
ってるじゃ
one
ない
more
ですか。
way left.
僕が
If you turn me back
男
into
に
a
戻れ
guy,
ば
それはダメだ。
I can't do that. There's no meaning to our choice if we do that. I chose Lukako over Mayuri. Ultimately, that's all there is to it.
お願いします、岡部さん。
Please, Okabe-san.
僕まゆりちゃんを犠
I
牲にして
want
ま
to
で
be a girl so badly that I'd sacrifice Mayuri-chan.
まゆりちゃんを
Please,
助けてあ
save Mayuri-chan.
俺は
I won't turn you back
お
into
前
a
を
guy.
男には戻さない。
げて。どうして
Why?
どうしてですか。
Why won't you?
俺がそれを選んだんだ。
That's why I chose. I can't keep I can't keep on hurting people to feed my
誰か
ego.
を傷つけることはできない。それに
Besides,
元の世界線に戻った
even if we go back to the original word line, there's no guarantee we'll avoid Mayuri's
絶
death.
対じゃないんだ。俺はその
I
低い
won't
確率の
sacrifice
ために
anyone's memories.
誰か
I
の思い
won't
を
sacrifice your memories for a small chance like that.
お前の思いを犠牲にはできだから
It's over.
もういいんだ。
岡部さん。
But Okabe-san,
でもこんなの
this is
許され
unforgivable.
ないです。僕という
I
存
don't
在に
deserve to live like this.
耐えられないんです。僕が女の子であるということが
How can I go on?
まゆりちゃんの死の上に成り立ってる
Knowing
なんてこと
that me being a girl contributed to
これ
Mayuri's
から一
death.
生受け止めて生きていくなんてことそのことが重すぎて
That's too
押しつ
too
ぶさ
heavy
れ
a
ちゃい
burden
そう
for
なん
me
で
to
す。
bear. Why?
どうしてあの時
Why didn't you send the mail to my mom's pager 18 years ago?
メールをどうして
Why didn't you choose Mayuri-chan over me?
僕なんかを選んでくれたんですか。
お前は何も負い目を感じることはない。
You have nothing to be ashamed of.
すべては俺の選
It
択
was
だ。
my choice.
マユリを殺したのは
I killed Mayuri.
俺
The
なん
guilt
だ。
is mine.
だから罪は俺がすべて
I'm the
か
one
ぶ
with
る
the power of a god. I'm the one who chose Mayuri's fate. Therefore, I am the one who must bear the responsibility.
それに
Besides,
お前にも幸せにな
I
って
want you
ほ
to
し
be
い。
happy.
お前
幸せになんて
Happy?
なれるはずない
How
じゃ
can
な
I
いですか。
possibly be happy?
まゆりちゃんが死んだ
And
のは
Mayuri died because of me.
僕のせいでもあるのに
お前のせいじゃない。何度も
It
言わせな
wasn't
いで。
because of you.
今は悲しい
Please,
か
you
もし
must
れない
never say that again. You may be sad now, but
お前にはマユリの分まで
I want you to keep going forward
生きていってほしいん
and
だ
live enough for Mayuri, too.
そうなの
No,
そんな
I
の
don't
嫌
want
だ
that. Lukako clings to my chest. She stares into my eyes without wiping away her tears.
僕
In that case,
それなら岡部
I
さんと
want
一
to
緒に
help bear your
背負い
burden
たいです
together.
一緒に背負う
Bear it together.
何をバカな
Don't be ridiculous.
俺は因果の輪から
I'm a man disconnected from causality.
マユリを見殺しにする選
I
択を
chose
し
to
た
stand by and let Mayuri die.
それなら僕だって
Then I'll disconnect myself from causality too.
外れま僕の記憶の中に
I became my memories from being a guy, so
男だった時の思い出が蘇
doesn't
って
that
き
mean
て
I'm
いる
already
時点で
disconnected?
もう外れかけているんですよまゆりちゃんの命と引き換えに
I also know that I'm only a girl because Mayuri paid for it with her life.
知っちゃっているわけですし僕たち
We're
共犯者なんですよ
accomplices. Kurisu said the same thing. We're accomplices, Lukako and I.
悲しみも
There's sadness. There's guilt.
負い目も二人で
I want us both to embrace them so we don't forget. We're disconnected from causality. Nobody else can understand us. And that's why
あ
I understand.
あ分かったよ
I embrace Lukako strongly.
一緒に
Let's bear our burden together.
一緒に
Let's live with these
思
memories
いを忘れずに
together.
ずっと
Can I stay by your side forever?
いいです僕
I love
岡
you.
部さんのことまゆりちゃんへの裏切りか
I
もしれ
know I'm
ないけど
betraying Mayuri-chan,
ずっ
but I want to be with you
と
forever.
一緒にいたいんです
もちろんだ
Of course. We both bear the same burden. We'll accept Mayuri's death and yet still live on, shoulder to shoulder. Afterwards, we pass the time sitting in silence until the sky turns to the color of dusk. Lukako rests her head on my shoulder. I embrace her and feel her breathing next to me. We gaze silently at the sky. And in our hearts, we pray for Mayuri's happiness in the afterlife. I'm sorry, Mayuri. I'm sorry.
ねえ岡部さん
Hey, Okabe-san. Lukako raises her head and breaks the silence. I can see firm resolve in her expression.
僕まゆりちゃんに
There's one thing I should have done for Mayuri-chan
やり
but
残したことが
didn't.
あるんですそのせいで
And
まゆりちゃ
because I
ん
didn't, I
に
made
悲し
her
い思いを
sad.
させちゃいました
やり残したこと
What was it?
コスプレです
Cosplay? Oh, that. These last few weeks, Mayuri was constantly asking Lukako to wear the costume she made for her. But Lukako was too embarrassed to try. I remember Mayuri on the day she died. I think Luka-chan would be an absolutely perfect Kirari. I never know how to pronounce that. Kirari? Yeah, Kirari. I think Luka-chan would be an absolutely perfect Kirari-chan cosplayer. Luka-chan is so cute, she makes Mayushi's heart throb, you know? Luka-chan's usually a very obedient girl, you know? She rarely speaks her mind. When you cosplay, you become another you. That's why I think that if Luka-chan cosplays one, she'll definitely find a new Luka-chan, even if it's embarrassing at first. When that happens, she'll become more assertive than before. Maybe even dominate you, Okirin.
しちゃうかもしれないよ
Even on that day, Mayuri only talked about Lukako. Even though I stood her up on my promise to bring keep going with Lukako, I don't know why, to bring Lukako to Komama and made her lonely. Mayuri wanted Lukako to cosplay from the bottom of her heart.
時間を遡る装置を使って
Can your time machine take me back to that day?
戻れませんか
戻るって
You mean you want to go
お前
back?
が
Lukako nods firmly.
本気なのか
Are you serious? Nobody's used the time leap machine except me. It's never failed so far, but if something does happen, it might not be reversible. CERN's test subjects turn to jelly men. Something like that could happen to her, or she could lose her memory like Suzuha did.
危険すぎる
It's too dangerous. So far, I'm the only one who's used it.
お願いします
Please.
せめて最後に
At the
ま
very
ゆり
least,
ちゃ
I
んに
want to,
笑顔で
I,
いても
I
らい
want
た
to
いん
see
で
Mayuri-chan off with a smile.
す僕まゆりちゃんに
Because I wasn't
何
able
も
to
して
do
あげられ
anything
な
for
かった
her.
から
だがお前は
But I thought you couldn't
ああいう
handle
場所
all
に
the
来る男の
otaku.
ことが苦手だ
確かに
I am a bit scared.
でも
But this is
そ
something I
んなこ
have
と
to
言
do.
ってられないですそれに
Besides,
僕は岡部さんと本当に同
I,
じになりたい
I want to truly be the same as you, Okabe-san.
その装置を使えば
If I use the
因果の輪から
device,
完全に外れてしまうんです
I'll
よ
be,
ね
I'll be completely disconnected from causality, won't I?
それで
And then,
岡部さんと同じ気持ちを背負えますだから
so please. Her innocent feelings warm my heart. Lukako truly cares for me and Mayuri. In the end, I have to grant her wish. When we get back to the lab, no one is there. Just a few days ago, Mayuri, Kurisu, Daru, and I were here laughing together. With Mayuri gone, nothing seems to remain from those days but dreams. The lab feels truly empty. But I hide those feelings and lead Lukako to the development room. Luckily, the 42-inch CRT downstairs is turned on, so we can start the time leap when ready.
飛び先はいつに
What time will you jump to?
あの日の朝に
Morning of that day.
前日に飛んだりすると
If I jump out to the day before, I don't think I'll be mentally stable enough to accept it as reality.
動揺しちゃうと思うんですだから
That's why. So she's choosing the morning of the fateful day so she can cosplay with a smile. But to jump to that day would take at least 3 consecutive leaps. Will she be able to get all the way to the 15th? But despite my worries, Lukako remains undaunted.
無事に飛んだら俺に連絡を取るんだ
Once you've leapt safely, get in touch with me.
お前を
I'm sure I'll help you get to Mayuri.
はい
Okay. I cover Lukako's head with the time leap machine's headgear. Her body is clearly shaking. But that's understandable, I guess. Even I'm starting to get tense. My heart feels like it's about to explode. This is the first time leap machine experiment with a subject other than me. I can't stop thinking about the worst case scenario.
心配するな
Don't worry.
脳が少し痛むぐらい
Your
だ
brain will hurt a bit, but the pain will go away soon.
はい
Okay.
向こうについても
You must not get distracted once you reach the other side.
落ち着いて状況を理解
Calm
する
down and try to grasp your surroundings.
大丈夫
It'll be okay.
俺がついている
I'm with you. I gently caress Lukako's cheek. She responds with a small sigh of relief.
じゃあ行きます
I'm going. I nod and hide the shaking of my fingertips as I set the microwave timer.
きっと
I'll be sure to come back.
あ
Yeah,
待っているぞ
I'll be waiting. I smile to Lukako. Immediately afterwards, the discharge fills the room. I open my eyes in wonder as Lukako's body begins to shine. The building shakes violently. The smell of ozone fills the air. The light is blinding. I can hardly keep my eyes open. Okabe-san! Lukako's cry suddenly cut short. A shock ripples through my body, like it always does right after time leaping.
ここは
What the? This time I wasn't the one who leaped. But nevertheless, I teleported from the lab to Yanabayashi Shrine. Did the world line change? No. Reading Steiner didn't activate, so I don't think it did. Then why? Was it because of Lukako's changes to the past? I look to the side, and there I see Lukako. She gets up and smiles once she notices my gaze.
写真見ますか？
Want to see the pictures?
写真
Pictures? What's this about pictures?
行ってきたんですよ。
It worked. I did it.
覚えてないんですか？
Don't you remember? You suddenly started acting different just now.
お前が過去へ飛んで
Right after you leapt into the past, I found myself standing
俺
here.
はここに立っている小見間には行って
Did
き
you
た
go
の
to
か
Komama? Lukako once again bursts into tears. Then she slowly nods. She takes out a few pictures and hands them to me.
まゆりちゃん、
Yuri-chan
とても
was so
嬉しそうで
happy.
した。
I look at the first picture handed to me. I gasp in surprise when I see what's on it.
俺もお前も
It looks like we really got
は
carried
しゃぎすぎ
away.
だよな
I realize that I'm crying. In the picture, Mayuri is smiling. And we're smiling with her. Lukako is a national treasure that must be protected at all costs. I know Kurisu's putting up a good fight, but man, it's going to be really hard to dethrone Lukako as my favorite. Oh god. My heart, it hurts for all the right reasons and all the wrong reasons at once. Ah. I have no words. Like, I want to sit and cry, but at the same time, I feel happy for this. I guess I just know what this feeling of emptiness I'm feeling is. Also, this music, though, I feel like it's different, but it's still on point. It might be the same, I don't know. I need to go back and listen to the other ending sequences, but still great. As I keep saying, I'm not even like through with all of the endings, and I just want to sing Steins Gate's praises from anywhere I can. It's become the new thing that I push on my friends. 'Cause none of them are weebs, and none of them understand. Oh. So, I guess I should talk about... I don't know. It's just... why am I terrible at making words into sentences that make sense? Why am I'm just terrible at it. I'm also terrible at reading, but that's to be expected. It's fucking adorable! The link of corruption and rebirth. I don't know why I went into config. I wanted extras. I wanted, okay, link of corruption and rebirth. Oh boy. So the next ending you've told me I should aim for is Mayuri's ending. Turns out I was wrong about the one being for every girl. Moeka doesn't have one. Good. Fuck her. Although she's the next one I've got to deal with the fucking D-mail. I think she said she wanted to, like, change her phone. But I don't know what that's got to do with anything. So you're as confused as I am. Anyway, I also looked up, apparently to do Mayuri's ending, I need to have not triggered any of the events that causes Kurasu's ending. And I don't think I have, but just in case I have, feel free to yell at me down below. I, like, went through my old episodes just to make sure I didn't make any of the checks, but for all I know, I skipped over one, so there's that. Anyway, thank you all for watching this episode of Steins Gate. If you liked the video in any capacity, please give the video a like down below, leave a comment on whatever you feel like at this point, and if you want to keep up to date with whenever I post anything on the channel, be that this, Pokemon Shield, I guess I just realized, normally I also add either Somnium Files. That series is technically finished, so I guess I should start putting No More Heroes 2 in here. Yeah, I guess I should start doing that. Huh. Where does time go? Anyway, if you want to keep up to date with any of the series that I've just mentioned, feel free to consider subscribing to the channel. In theory, YouTube sends you alerts as to when I post videos, but in order to do that, you have to press the bell icon as well, so really all pressing the subscribe button does is, I've got hiccups from somewhere. All you do by pressing the subscribe button is you made me feel good today, so thanks in advance. God, when I phrase it like that, I sound like an ass. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I almost said listening. You can listen to this as well. It's basically like me doing a book. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I've been Nyx, and I will see you guys next time. Laters.